What to do when you cannot pay your federal income taxes. Brought to you by the South Texas College of Law Houston Tax Clinic. We provide free legal assistance to taxpayers in Houston, Texas and surrounding areas who are dealing with IRS issues. If you have an IRS issue, please call us at the number below. As a reminder, tax day in the United States is April 15th of every year. If the 15th falls on a weekend or a holiday, tax day is the next business day. You may also file for an extension on your federal taxes by filing an IRS Form 4868. By filing this form, the IRS will give you an automatic 6-month extension, typically until October 15th. This extension is due by April 15th. However, even if you request an extension, you must still pay your income taxes in full by the April 15th deadline. Remember to file your tax return on time, even if you cannot pay the taxes due. This will help you avoid late filing penalties, which are usually more expensive than late payment penalties. If you can only pay a portion of your taxes, it is best to pay what you can.
Within several weeks after IRS received a tax return or other document showing a balance due, the information is placed on the computer system. That system will then initiate a series of notices. The first notice issued is a document titled Request for Payment, which informs the taxpayer that there is a balance due on the return, states the amount of tax, interest, and penalties due, and requests payment within 10 days. If the debt is not paid after several notices, the IRS will send you the final notice to intend to levy. Levy allows IRS to legally take your money and property. IRS can take wages, bank accounts, Social Security payments, accounts receivables, insurance proceeds, real property, and in some cases, your house. Remember, you have 30 days after receiving this notice to request an appeals hearing.
If you can't pay your taxes, don't panic. You have options. If you're not able to pay your balance in full immediately, the IRS may be able to offer you several options. You first may want to investigate and consider other methods of financing full payment of your taxes. The IRS may recommend options such as obtaining a cash advance on your credit card or getting a bank loan, but keep in mind the interest rates on most cash advances are very high and may end up costing you more in the long run. The first option is to ask the IRS to delay collection and report your account as currently not collectible. If the IRS determines that you can't pay any of your tax debt due to a financial hardship, the IRS may temporarily delay collection by reporting your account as currently not collectible until your financial condition improves. Being currently not collectible doesn't mean that the debt goes away. It means the IRS has determined that you can't afford to pay the debt at this time. The second option is a monthly payment plan called an installment agreement. In order to initiate an installment agreement, you may use the online payment agreement application, or you may complete Form 9465 Installment Agreement Request and mail it in with your bill. You may also request an installment agreement over the phone by calling the phone number listed on your balance due notice. Keep in mind, there is a user fee to set up a monthly installment agreement, and interest and late payment penalties will continue to accrue while you make installment payments. The third option you have is to propose an offer in compromise. An offer in compromise is an agreement between a taxpayer and the IRS that resolves a taxpayer's tax liability by payment of an agreed-upon reduced amount. Before an offer can be considered, all filing and payment requirements must be current. To confirm eligibility, you may use the Offer in Compromise pre-qualifier tool on the IRS website. It's important to contact the IRS and make arrangements to pay the tax due voluntarily. If you don't contact the IRS, they may take action to collect the taxes. Examples of this include offsetting a refund to which you're entitled, filing a notice of federal tax lien, or serving a notice of levy. You may call the IRS at 800-829-1040 to discuss any IRS bill. Please have the bill and your records with you when you call. Also, don't forget, you have rights and protections throughout the collection process. For more information, visit the IRS website and refer to the Taxpayer Bill of Rights, Publication 1, Your Rights as a Taxpayer, Publication 594, the IRS Collection Process, and Publication 1660, Collection Appeal Rights. Remember, you can always call us for assistance.
Next, we will discuss some of the things you, as the taxpayers, can do to plan for the future. Planning will be different depending on if you receive a W-2 or a 1099 to show the income from your job. If you are a salary employee, you will receive a W-2 from your employer. Your total federal income tax withheld for the year can be found in Box 2 of Form W-2. This amount is calculated based on the number of allowances you gave your employer when you first filled out a Form W-4. The general rule is the more allowances listed, the less income tax withheld from each paycheck. And here are some commonly asked questions for your convenience. The lesson to be learned for W-2 employees is pay attention to your withholding on each pay stub. If it seems like you are not withholding enough, you can always update your W-4 with your employer. If you're an independent contractor and not sure if you need to make estimated tax payments, the general rule is below. If further detail is needed, just Google when to pay IRS estimated tax payments. Something important to keep in mind is that for most people, careful planning and attention to detail is enough to prevent a large, unexpected tax bill. Keep good records of the amount of money you make in your business and the amount you spend on a per-month basis. If you can determine the amount of income in the current month or current quarter, it may give you an idea of the income in future quarters as well. Bottom line is keeping good records is key. Thank you for watching, and we hope that this information was helpful. This video was prepared by student attorneys at the South Texas College of Law Houston Tax Clinic. Contact the Tax Clinic if you have any issues. We look forward to helping you.
Thanks!